It's Kevin Rother reporting live from his bookshelf. Just kidding, I'm not live. But so today is a 50 subscriber special. I decided to do a bookshelf tour as suggested by Megan from Megan's Reading Revelations. You should go check out her channel. She's got a lot of quality content. Let's start with the top shelf. First, I've got the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. I've read the first book. I actually have done some videos about it you can check out. And I haven't started the second book or obviously the third book, but I'm looking forward to get into this series more. Next, I've got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, but this is the Spanish version. I bought this book when I was in Spain because, number one, I wanted to get a book in Spain. That's kind of cool. Two, I love Harry Potter. And three, this cover is freaking amazing. And this is my favorite Harry Potter book. I've also got a Dumbledore Funko Pop up here. I like getting Funko Pops, but I like when they are dressed up a little bit different than, like, for example, their school robes. I like to have them in kind of different stuff. So Dumbledore and his jammies. I think these are just jammies. Awesome. Next, I've got the Chronicles of Narnia series. My favorite book in this series is The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. They go off and have some adventures like exploring the ocean and stuff. Next up, we got cute little Dobby. So cute you could pinch his cheeks doing some magic. And then we got the Pendragon series. The Pendragon series was one of my favorite series growing up, and honestly still is. Maybe it's nostalgia, but every book was like a new adventure with a new setting and new characters, and it was just a lot of fun. Next, we've got Tai and Agumon from Digimon. Obviously, if you buy one, you have to get both. I got these at a like Comic-Con type thing here in Salt Lake called FanX. And I just love Digimon, so it was obvious. So it was an obvious buy for me. Behind them, we've got the leather-bound version of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the entire series, and by Douglas Adams. And I loved this cover when I looked at it, and the spine is really awesome. We've got a lot of Easter eggs like dolphins here and mice, and the back is the actual guide. There's even a lot of Easter eggs inside. We've got, just within the cover, there's a bowl of petunias right here, a whale, I want to say this is a beluga whale, I don't remember, and a cow, and just some other random stuff from this series that is pretty fun. Alright, third shelf. This is my Brandon Sanderson shelf. The first book I want to show you on my Brandon Sanderson shelf is Mistborn, Final Empire. I got to meet Brandon Sanderson, and he signed the inside of this book, and he wrote, "For Kevin, I am Hope," and signed it right here. This was such a cool experience for me because Mistborn was kind of the book that got me back into fantasy, and Brandon Sanderson has really helped me a lot in my writing journey, his videos on YouTube and things like that, and it was a really cool experience. We got the Mistborn series. You'll notice there's a book missing. That's because my wife, I finally convinced her to read the series, and she is reading The Well of Ascension right now. And then next we've got Mistborn Era 2. I currently have read Alloy of Law. I have not read the rest of the books, so look forward to that in the future. Underneath the cute little cat that my wife got me in Japan, we've got the Stormlight series. I haven't touched them, but I really want to read them, so it will happen, I promise. Then next we've got, I know that technically Wheel of Time isn't Brandon Sanderson, but he finishes the series, so I included it here. We've got the Wheel of Time series. I've got the first 3 books by Robert Jordan, and I'm looking forward to get into those books. Hopefully I'm going to be reading the first book, The Eye of the World, pretty soon. Right above them, we've got a cool little mug. I think my sister got this for me. I teach because, I teach Muggles because Hogwarts. Just a cute little mug and bookish and stuff. And we've also got my Harry Potter Funko Pop, the Quidditch version. Like I said, I like them when they're wearing random clothes instead of their school uniforms. So Quidditch was awesome and perfect. Next, we've got the Harry Potter section of my library. And we've got the original hardcover, like the original covers of the hardcovers, and got my really cheap Harry Potter wand. We've also got I think these are the man, I can't remember what these glasses are called right now, but the ones that Luna uses to see like nargles or snarkle punks or insert random word that doesn't exist. I've also got Luna in her lion costume from one of the Quidditch games in the books. And next, this is honestly my most random shelf. I first off have a couple of Spanish books, and I wanted to show off a few of them. This one is Crónica de una muerte anunciada by Gabriel García Márquez, and this book was given to me by one of my English students that I taught when I did an internship in Mexico. And he left me a little note in there, and I really appreciated this gift. This was an awesome gift, and it was a really fun book to read. The other books are books that I read in college that I really liked. Don Quixote, which is a classic. Then up next, we've got To Kill a Mockingbird. I read this in high school and really loved it, and still have it. Then we've got the Witcher books, the two that I own that I've read, The Last Wish and Sword of Destiny. I have done a review of both of these books, as well as the next book, Barsk. I did a review on that too. Feel free to check these out. I'll link any book that I've done a review to in the description. You can check out. I've also got Holes. I loved that book. Holes is just awesome. All right, we're getting really low now, and this is my second to last shelf. On this shelf, I've got a section for the Tennis Shoes Adventure series. It's a historical fantasy. It's based on religious texts. So in several of the books, they go to places and interact with events that happened in the Bible. But most of this series focuses on a book called the Book of Mormon, which is a religious text for the church that I belong to, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And this series is just like really, really, really fun. I have loved every single book. I thought I had the 12th book, but it's not here, so I'm not sure what happened with that. I kind of wonder if I lent it to my sister. If you're watching this, I'm just kidding. When I was preparing for this video, I found out that he actually has number 13 out too. Came out this last year and I missed it, so hopefully I'll be reading that soon. And I think there's one more in the series that he hasn't written yet. Then after that, basically everything else on my shelf is TBR. So I've got some books by Pierce Brown, and we've also got Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan. Okay guys, we finally made it to the bottom shelf, the ugliest shelf on my bookshelf. Let's check it out. So, like I said, we got a lot of TBR here, and honestly some DNFs as well. We've got Mortal Engines. I don't even know what this book is. I got it for free at a con. Fire with Fire by Charles E. Gannon. I'll read it sometime, probably, maybe. I've got, this is another signed copy, I think. Yeah, I've got a signed copy of this book. It's The Extraordinary Journeys of Clockwork Charlie, The Kidnap Plot by Dave Butler. He was at a writing convention, and honestly, if you ever meet Dave Butler, he gives some awesome classes on query letters. It says, for Kevin, Adventure Calls. Eventually I'm going to read this book, I promise. We've got some books. I work at a school, so these are some books. Whoa, that's dusty. I work at a middle school, so whenever they get rid of books, sometimes I just go and find some stuff that I'm interested in. Maximum Ride, The Angel Experiment by James Patterson. The first book, book 2 in the Beyonder series, which I haven't read book 1, but there it is. And then I can't read this because I have so many stickers on them, but Five Kingdoms books, 2 of them by Brandon Mole. I've wanted to read some Brandon Mole stuff for a while, but honestly I want to read Fablehaven. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, but I'll be willing to get into anything Brandon Mull. I want to check him out. I'm going to save these last two for a book haul because I just got them recently. But I also have a little journal that I'm eventually going to be using that's Harry Potter themed. Then finally, I've got my little backdrop that I use to hide my door over here and this little corner. And I usually keep like some of my YouTube stuff here, like the tripod that you can't see, and the camera, and maybe a few other things. And that is my bookshelf tour. If you enjoyed getting down and intimate with me and seeing my bookshelf, make sure you give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next adventure.